So, because everything you say can be very scary, I think we need to put it into very layman's terms of, do you see massive issues that's going to cause issues for them? I mean, obviously, you're going to say, all of these items should be taken care of. You're an engineer. Mm-hmm. You're going to tell them, the house should be perfect. Mm-hmm. In reality, how is the house?
I would say that you're actually in pretty good shape, especially for this neighborhood.
Okay.
I see some pretty interesting things like houses without foundations, additions done extremely poorly in this neighborhood. So as far as this neighborhood goes, your foundation's in good shape, your framing is larger than what I typically see.
Okay.
I would say the 3 things to keep in mind. The grading and drainage is your number 1.
Yeah.
That is one thing I can absolutely guarantee that if you don't upkeep, will cause you a structural issue. The chopped header in the front is probably a lesser of an issue, but that's something to have repaired.
The chopped header, which was that? Sorry.
With the HVAC vent going through it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then our framing back here is probably the most threatening to the...
Framing back here, so
that was the long header. Remember the one that we were saying?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. And it's probably not big enough to carry on.
Okay.
So fixing that's probably in your future, especially if you're. I'm guessing you guys are going to have this contracted out. That'd be a great time to talk to a general contractor about hey, dude, come check this out.
And
what can we do about it?
Right. Okay. So, sorry, just because what's one thing that we really wanted to do was kind of blow this up and keep the beams, but have this be it gives the appearance of being.
That's fine.
So we can keep if we keep these beams, we just get rid of
one thing to keep in mind. We might have chopped one out here.
Yeah.
These are 16 inches on center. So we're gonna have joist right across. If you want to take this out, you can definitely do that. One of the challenges you then run is how you're gonna have insulation on your because this is probably gonna heat up a lot in the summer, and it's probably gonna be cold in the winter.
Right. Yeah.
You have one HVAC vent, which will make this probably a little bit of an ice box in the winter and a sauna in the summer.
Okay.
So if we take away this space,
it's going to be worse.
More so. We can try and insulate the roof rafters, but it's a bit of a challenge. I mean, that'd be a cool aesthetic.
Yeah, I mean, it's more just, it's not that we don't need the storage space up there at all. Mm-hmm. And neither of us, I mean, my husband's only 5'11" or 5, you know what I mean? So it's not that we need the actual height, but it's more just we think that it would look really nice.
Sure, you can definitely evaluate it.
Yeah.
That's the insulation is going to be the biggest conversation about that. Can it be done structurally? Yes.
Okay.
That's
cool.
not a hard thing to do.
Okay.
Aesthetically, it's going to look a little messy.
Yeah.
So having the vaulted look would be great if we could have these at 4 foot on centers. But you want to keep them at the close spacing that they're at.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Does that all make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Did that take care of most of your concerns?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it did. Yeah.
So, just remember, every house has a certain amount of risk associated with it. New construction is the most risky. Post 1970s is poor construction. That's also pretty risky as well.
All right.
So being the only time periods that I really like are pre-World War II, post-World War II up until 1970.
Okay.
So those are the time periods that I like for construction. Yes.
Limited.
You said pre-World War II?
Yeah.
And post?
Post. So during World War II, we were a little preoccupied killing Nazis.
Right.
So
houses
we didn't build too great in that time period. Construction materials were a little limited, especially steel.
Okay.
So during World War II, so the 40s were not the greatest years.
Right.
And then we didn't get back to it until about the 50s. But I wouldn't be surprised if this was dug out right after World War II.
Okay.
See the board formed. So,
cool.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sounds good. You're very welcome.